Alright, camera, setting that up. Figures. Okay. Is it blood on my fingers? Oh, no, just paint. Hey guys, I'm Rich and welcome to another Halo Reach action figure review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the red and blue Hazop 2-pack from Series 1 of the new Halo Reach action figures. Yeah, these guys obviously are multiplayer Spartans that you get to play when you're playing the multiplayer of Halo Reach. That seems pretty redundant. But these guys are really cool. I really like the Spartan bodies. They've gotten a lot better since the Halo 3 action figure line. Now with Halo 3, they're really well done, and McFarlane, for an example, did an incredible paint job on all of these guys, and the price hasn't gone up, and I think that's pretty remarkable that they've added, I don't even know how much more work, because they do different processes than like when I do my own customs, but no doubt it is taking them a little bit more time to paint these guys. They have a lot more battle-worn look on pretty much all the Spartans now, so tip of the hat to you, my boy. These guys come with a shotgun and an assault rifle that I have here, and they also come with 2 frag grenades, which I have placed one on each of their butt pegs. They each get one, and then they also get these like little medical pack here on their left thigh. The thing is that when you take these off, they are removable. That's awesome. They are removable. They do seem to remove some of the paint. You see that there, that blotch or that little section? It's because it's still attached. So just so you know, these are removable. They may remove some of the paint off the figure. Besides that, they have their own armor set, and it seems all the Hazops are coming the exact same way, even though they're multiplayer. There's no variation at all. Now, as far as weapons go, I think that the assault rifle is a very good weapon to choose for multiplayer figures, at least for the action figures, I mean. Because the assault rifle, it's like their hands were built for the assault rifle. If it's right into their hands, both in the right and the left, and it's great. You know, there's no problem whatsoever. In fact, even if you wanted to, you could take the assault rifle and make this figure left-handed, and it would still work. Because both hands are now standard. They're not, one is shaped for holding guns and the other one's just shaped for, grabbing coffee cups. Now they both can hold weapons. With the shotgun though, the shotgun is a bit upsetting for me, and there are some people who are out there telling me that they could do it without modifying the shotgun. I disagree, because the average person probably won't be able to do it multiple times because of this right here. This little section right underneath it. Now, in the game, this will look great. But when you design the figures and they don't have a trigger finger, it's just, the cup grabbing hand, they can't hold this type of a gun very well. Now, if they had a trigger finger, it would probably be able to hold it and there wouldn't be any problem whatsoever. But since they don't, that's a problem. And as you can see, you just put the gun in his hand and it's like already loose and it just falls out. That's a problem. However, I have decided that I would modify my shotgun, as I've done here. Basically all I did was I clipped off this bottom part here with a hobby knife, and I created a tutorial video on how to do that yourself if you don't really know how to do that and you're interested in knowing. The link in that will be right here. It's an imaginary box. And it's also in the description box in case you want to wait to the end of the review. Anyway, now that it's modified, you can just put it into his hand and it actually goes into the hand. Much more snugly. I mean, it's not shaking at all. And then you just end up crossing his arm and bring up the other one. And bam. Now you can hold a shotgun. Oh, you're going da sakaza. Actually, it's not a machine gun. You're stupid, Blue Hazop. So yeah, they both are really good figures, and once you modify the shotgun, it looks really cool in their hands. It doesn't look lame with scale and everything. Speaking of scale, to a couple other Halo Reach figures and one Halo 3 action figure, you can see that the Halo 3 Spartans are actually smaller in pretty much every way compared to the new Reach figures, just totally smaller. Then you have the Halo Reach Elites, and they're just mega buff, and they're very large compared to the Spartans. So I think that's more in scale with the Elites and the Spartans than it used to be, because Elites are really big. But since we don't have a brute figure yet, and we haven't, you can't really compare all the different scales and everything, because everything looks different in the game, because you're seeing it through first person. It's just not the same once you can actually hold the figure. Now with the Marine here, which yes, I did modify this Marine so he could hold his gun, and if you're interested in knowing how to do that, the video right up over the Marine, click the Marine and go there. Or the link will be in the description so you can see that after this video. I'm just full of modding today. Anyway, the Marine is smaller than the Spartans, although the Spartans are pretty close. It's not, I would have assumed that it was a little bit bigger of a difference, but I do know that George, who is a Spartan 2, is taller than Spartan 3s. So, as a comparison with him, I mean, George is taller. Not by a ton, but he is taller. So, yes. So I guess the Marines are more in the proper scale. So, there you go. You can see that. As articulation goes, these guys have the standard articulation that all of the Spartans in this series have had. Very good. I really like it. There's a lot of improvement here. Now, from my experience, I only have one figure who has a loose arm, part of the arm, and I've noticed that with these new cog joints, well, I guess they're not new anymore, they've had them a while, but these cog joints actually seem to make it so even if you have a loose limb, it still functions. Unlike with, sometimes you'd have other action figures that you've had for like a year or so, and then once their joint is loose, that's it. It's pretty much ruined as far as doing like stop motions or something, because it's just way too loose. But the cog joints seem to actually be able to help lengthen the longevity of the joints, which I really like. Now, the only other thing that you might be interested in is the Hazop's neck, being able to look around, because each helmet has a different way that it works. And the Hazops are perfectly fine. You can tell that he's looking up, he's looking down, blah, 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 blah. It's on ball joints. You can go turn that sucker around 360. The only thing that I still think maybe a little off is the size of these helmets. They still don't look that big to me. I know that's not McFarlane's fault. That's Bungie designing it that way. But, I don't know. I guess I would have liked the helmets to be a little bit larger, because while they look right now, you have to remember that there's somebody's head under there. Like, if it was in real life, somebody's head would be under there. And I don't know if they could fit a head in there. Except they could, put a baby's head. Maybe the Spartan had some terrible growth syndrome or something where like the whole body is like a man and then the head is of a baby. Goo goo cuckoo kachoo. Overall, I think that this 2-pack is really well done, except for the shotgun. If you modify the shotgun, it increases the amount of awesome of this 2-pack. Otherwise, I don't know, I think I would give it a 4.5 out of 5 without the modified shotgun, because, and some people are going to be upset about this, but I really don't like it when you buy a figure and it can't hold its gun properly. And I'm not talking about just because you set it there. I'm talking about it's not really holding its gun. It needs to be holding the gun, like the assault rifle. I mean, that red Hazop is gripping that assault rifle. It's not just going to fall out of his hands. The blue Hazop is now gripping that shotgun now that's been modified. But before that, he couldn't really do that. So, but if you're just as a collector or anything, it's a 5 out of 5. Get it. Because if you're just a collector who does displays or something, buy it. It's a really good 2-pack. Anyway, thanks guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any comments or questions, you know how to post a comment down below, I think, or post a video response. Or you can always email me and stuff. Anyway, guys, talk to you later.